going to $1 book swap because I've got books I need out of my house. Every time I film here, I don't ever fully capture how massive this place is. Does anyone else get a neck kink from reading book spines like this? It's one of those days where I just desperately need coffee to keep going because I'm a Midwesterner and we're stubborn. If you guys don't have a candle warmer, you need to get one ASAP. Look who I found. No, I'm on a pause. It is really hard to carry around an entire world in your head. Written down. You can tell when you've written a fully formed character when they start having opinions and talking back to you. Hello fellow YouTubers, I'm Cassandra Joy and this is what I'm looking at right now. I don't know how well you can see that, but all of this on my window, that's ice. And even trusty old de-icer didn't make a dent. So I'm gonna turn the heat up so that this can get defrosting. I'm just sitting in my car freezing, very late, and at the mercy of my car defroster. I'm meant to be meeting my friend Erica at $1 book swap, which I've taken you all to numerous times. I'll put the most recent video thumbnail in the corner for you. I knew I was gonna be late. I knew that because it was a very last minute invite, so I was gonna be 20 minutes late at best. However, pretty sure I'm gonna be 30 minutes late now, and I don't wanna just forget about it because I've got books. I've got so many books that I need out of my house. I need to donate them, they need to go to other homes, I just need them gone. Whether or not I get to hang out with Erica is still up in the air, but I'm going to $1 book swap whether I'm late or not. We'll just call this a really annoying practice in patience. I remember so often people telling me, never pray for patience, because God won't just give you patience, He'll give you opportunities to use your patience. And boy, was that true. Alright, I can sort of see some improvement. I still can't quite drive yet. It's kind of still icy up top, but the bottom here is looking alright. Slowly but surely. Okay, perfect. Alright, bye. Okay, good news. Erica's running late too. So that means I can breathe. The cool thing, if you didn't know, about $1 book swap is that if you donate, they will give you in-store credit in return for your donation. So I may be able to buy books today for free, which I feel like is just a win-win situation. Clear out your house, get some free books. So it looks like they've totally changed where the young adult section is. They've organized everything. Oh, that's so nice. It used to all be right here, but that's now children's classics. And now they've got everything organized by alphabet, which makes searching so much easier. But I love YA, and I always have my TBR list of things I want to buy with me just in case I happen to see it. Other than that, really no plan, just gonna see what there is. And who knows, maybe something random will catch my eye. This one sounds interesting. It's called Shipbreaker, and it's about a boy named Naylor who deconstructs beached boats for parts, and then he finds an exquisite clipper ship beached during a recent hurricane and has to decide if he takes it apart or saves its sole survivor, who happens to be rich and could lead him to a better life. I don't think I'll take most of the things I find home, but I figured I would mention them to you in case they're up your street, because the more you know. This was a really good read if you enjoy sci-fi, and I believe they made a movie out of it, which stuck to the most part to what the book depicted, but there's just so much in this book that they could never fit into a movie. Also, does anyone else get a neck kink from reading book spines like this? This sounds good. Reluctantly Charmed, about a girl whose love life is stagnant and is a struggling junior copy editor at a Dublin advertising agency until she inherits her great-great-great-great-grandmother's estate on the condition that she publishes some poems that suddenly make her super popular and help her rekindle an old flame. But apparently there's something she has to do in the very last poem that if she doesn't, she could lose everything. Sounds right up my street with the Irish fairy folk and Dublin setting. We found a couple nice books for Erica and Imogen.
Yeah.
Nice. Black Beauty.
I loved it when she read it, but this might be a longer version too.
It could be. They usually, what's the word? They
condense it.
Yeah, that's
Why
it.
does it say Harry Potter?
Oh, it says Eleanor H. Porter.
Very close to Harry Potter though.
Porter. Yep.
Oh.
Cool. Okay, we'll keep those as a thought.
Yeah, I'll hold on. Yeah, I'll hold on to it. What am I gonna beeline for? I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elizabeth Peters. She has a really good series called the Amelia Peabody series. It's always a mystery that takes place in the Victorian era, but it takes place in Egypt. So think The Mummy, that kind of setting. Always a great time. You get so invested in the characters. It's a really good series if you like a good whodunit. Seeing a lot of Agatha Christie's, which is always a good sign because those are quick, easy, fun murder mysteries. But I think it's really hard to tell what is going to really grab you just by the cover, judging a book by the cover, which you're always told never to do. But how else are you supposed to decide, right? You got to base your initial decision off something. Ooh, I'm always a sucker for a coffee table book. Let's see what they have. If I'm looking for anything, it would be a fashion-based coffee table book. Ooh, the Academy Awards, and it's a sparkly canvas. That's cool. Let's see what this has, just for fun. Oh, it just talks about the different people, what they wore, what movies they were in. That's cool. Imogen, what have you found?
We found some clementines and candy.
Ooh.
And I forget what else.
What else? Maybe The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Okay, you're gonna put those back. Good girl. She's so cute. On to probably what is my favorite section of any bookstore, audiobooks. I have a very long commute to work and I drive pretty much everywhere, so having something I can listen to outside of the Libby app where things aren't always guaranteed is so nice. I've found some of my favorite audiobooks that I just re-listen to yearly from here, so I have high hopes that I will find something worth keeping. And just to give you a scale, there's all this, DVDs, TV shows, more books that way, and this is all of their audiobooks. So much to choose from. Every time I film here, I don't think I ever fully capture how massive this place is. I mean, it's a warehouse, so there's tons of genres, tons of stuff to look through, and it is the kind of place where you have to dig, but I prefer that. Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3. Cute.
She's busy reading.
Yes. You gave her a book. What's a girl to do? So $1 Book Swap is donated thousands upon thousands of books. All of these big boxes, all book donations. And they have to sort through them one at a time to distribute them throughout the warehouse. And because they're all donated, they can sell them at a reduced price of $1.25. I didn't get much this time, which is probably a good thing. My already existing TBR list is happy about that, but I'll show you what I got when I get in the car. it's snowing. Whew. You couldn't tell based on all the snow in my hair. All right, get this car warmed up. How bad's the damage? Okay, not bad. It'll be fine. My hair will just curl up. So one nice thing about having naturally curly hair, you get it wet, it's not really a big deal. Okay, let me show you really quick while the car is warming up what books I got. I only got 2 this time. This one, Erica actually found for me. It's called Conversations with J.K. Rowling, and if you guys don't know, J.K. Rowling is one of my favorite authors. I love learning anything I can about her. This is definitely for kids. Definitely questions asked by kids, but that's okay. It'll still be interesting to find out things. And then the second book I got is the second book in the series, A Discovery of Witches. This one is called Shadow of Night. If you guys don't know, it's actually been made into a TV show. I haven't finished the first book, but I have watched the first season. I'm starting the second season and haven't started the second book. So that'll be nice that I have it on hand for when I finish the first one. All right, I'm gonna warm up, get home, and fix myself a cup of hot tea because my word, it got cold fast. If you guys don't have a candle warmer, you need to get one ASAP. Not just because they're pretty, but because I have saved so much money not burning through all my candles. For instance, Leaves is my favorite candle of all time from Bath & Body Works. I would save lighting these for special occasions because they're not cheap and I didn't want to use it all up in one go, but because I have a candle warmer, I can light it 1,000 times and it doesn't get any lower, which is just so cool. I'll have an Amazon link in the description box if you guys are interested in getting your own little candle warmer because they are quite handy. Okay, I've finished lunch. Totally forgot to film the end result of the food, but it was just scrambled eggs with hamburger meat. Quite tasty and protein filled if you want something you can make in bulk and then have for multiple meals after. Delicious and saves you time on cooking. Finished that. I'm now snacking on Sweet Lauren's edible cookie dough and Zevia Pop, the Mountain Dew version. Today is such a cold, gross, gray winter day. All I've wanted to do is stay home, get cozy and write, and I've had so many errands to do. I met with Erica, which was a wonderful outing, but now I'm home and I can officially settle in. I'm not going anywhere else today. I've been working on a different book. I almost said new, but it's not new. I've had it a while. That I've codenamed my Chai Project. I don't think I've ever given you a full synopsis on what the book's about because I don't want to spoil anything, but I can give you the highlights. It takes place in a very hallmarky kind of small town during the autumn season, so all of the cozy warm tones, all of the hot beverages and fall decor. The main character is a 26-year-old who I will codename Kay for the time being, who's finished college and now scrambling to find a big girl job, which just tears her soul apart because all she wants to do is to do creative things. She has what I've dubbed VidTube for now. I don't know if that'll stick, but it's a parody of YouTube because I'm not sure legally that I can mention YouTube, but she's a YouTuber in her spare time and her channel focuses on chatting about books. That part is very loosely based on myself, I won't lie, but it's definitely loose. It is a love story, there is a love interest, but I'm not going to tell you about that in this video. What I wanted to talk about is this other aspect of Kay, which is she's plus sized. I've never read a book that contains a plus size main character, but ironically I'm writing one. Explain that. And although that aspect of her isn't going to be the end all be all of her character, she has far more depth than just that. It is a main aspect to her struggles, to how she sees herself, to how she approaches someone who shows interest in her. I've had to dig a little, had to excavate some of those buried feelings that I myself have in those aspects of life and mold them into a unique character who's not based on me, but does reflect some of those same struggles that I've gone through in life. I'm going to sip on my Zevia Pop, write a few cutesy scenes, and going to be seeing you in a couple days. Something that my friend Nicole and I, Nicole, who you all know and love, have decided to start up again is meeting every week to catch up, to have a chat, and work on our books. I haven't filmed one of those meetups in a long while, so I thought I would take you with me and show you the chaos and shenanigans we get up to. I figured the majority of you would be alright with that. Good morning. It's a couple days later and I'm about to go to work. If any of you wanted a little sneak peek into the life of being a nanny and what that kind of morning looks like, here you go. I pack all of this stuff, my lunchbox, which is just a nice aesthetic Kroger bag. Sarcasm on the aesthetic part. My coffee in my Stojo collapsible cup, so nice. My winter jacket, because burr, and my computer stuff, because I'm meeting Nicole after work. I have a coat, I have gloves, and I have a hat. Am I wearing any of them? Nope, because I can't be bothered. But I do need to de-ice my front window because I can't see out of it. So I'm gonna do that really quick. Okay, maybe I can be bothered. Hold on. It's really cold. Oh my goodness. Okay. Bothering with gloves, bothering with a hat. It's just too cold. Too cold. Ooh, my fingers hurt. You guys are all probably laughing at me saying, Cassie, why didn't you just put everything on in the first place? Because I'm a Midwesterner and we're stubborn. I can't explain it. It's just how we are. All right, well, I'm gonna head to work and I'll see you afterward. Made it to work, had the most beautiful sunrise to accompany me on my route. I'm gonna start the work day, and then in the middle of it, I usually have about a 2-hour break where I hang out at a coffee shop. And I haven't shown you that particular coffee house in a vlog yet, so I thought you might enjoy getting some computer stuff done with me, then back to work with the kiddos, and then finally we get to hang out with Nicole to work on and chat about all things books. So this is the coffee shop that I usually frequent when I'm in this area. I try to sit in this spot because the sun doesn't hit it, so I'm not blinded the whole time. I've got sort of a wall here to block the light, but I'm right by a window, so I get to see everything. It's just really pretty in here. During this break in the day, I usually try to prioritize working on the second book of my Night Sky project. If you're new here and don't know, the first book in my Night Sky project series, that's its code name by the way, is finished and actually in the beta reader stage. So I have a handful of trusted individuals that are reading it as we speak, and while they do that, I can't really work on it. I work on my second book in the series. This is just the perfect environment to zone out, and you guys know I'm very picky about my coffee shops. I like a good interior design aesthetic, delicious coffee, obviously, and I appreciate when the music is chill but not vibrate the floor loud. And this place checks off all those boxes. Luckily this place has a lot of seating options, so I'm gonna settle in and get working. So even though I brought my own cold brew with me, it's one of those days where I just desperately need coffee to keep going, to keep chugging along. So I decided to get a cold brew with oat milk and mocha flavoring added. And I'll probably just pour some of this into my pre-existing coffee that I brought with me. And it's gonna taste delicious. I'm very excited. Look who I found!
Hi.
How's that brownie? They've all been very excited, patiently waiting to see you at the end of this vlog. I've been telling them I was going to meet with you, and now it's happening, and they're all, I'm sure, on the edge of their seat very excited. Aren't you? Aren't you?
Who's this weird girl she's showing again? Why is she back? It's nuts.
You're not weird.
She's not cool. She's a weirdo.
Stop.
Eats killer cookies.
Don't talk about my friend that way.
Your friend is weird.
It's always guaranteed to be a good time when Nicole's here. Sometimes the messier it is, the more delicious it is.
Oh, it is delicious.
Mm-hmm. Nicole and I have been slacking on our writing. I've been prioritizing writing a little more than she has, if I'm being honest.
I work over 40 hours a week.
That's true. I work part-time. She works full-time as a teacher.
Teachers don't work 40 hours. Try 60.
Yeah, they take their work home with them, which is so unfair.
I stay at work until 5 or 6 o'clock at night.
Right. That's just because you're a workaholic.
No, it's because there's so much crap that has to get done, and I don't have time for it during the day.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you how I really feel.
She doesn't mince words. Not anymore. We've surpassed that level of friendship. Now she's just like, I can speak my mind. Cassie's not going anywhere.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. There's still time.
I don't have no friends.
Oh.
I'm all alone.
All by myself.
That is annoying.
That is really annoying. What is that? Recently, we've been prioritizing hanging out and working on our books more, so we found a meeting place, this really cool grocery store that has an amazing upstairs that you can camp out in. As long as you don't make it your office space, they don't mind you hanging out up here. And we always try to buy something when we come so that, you know, at least we're supporting the business and not just freeloading.
Rookies.
I can't have that.
I can.
You enjoy every bite. I already told them, but I'm working on book 2 of my Night Sky project. My beta readers are in the process of reading my first book. Nicole is one of my beta readers.
Again.
She's very thorough.
Too much. I bug her.
Yeah.
I make her mad and angry, and then she ignores me. But I don't care. I'm trying to help her. Do you want my help or not?
Again with the no need to mince words. She's not going anywhere.
It's a love-hate relationship. Sometimes more hate. Okay, seriously.
What on earth? Nicole's investigating the noise. Nothing?
Like a big machine.
I wonder if it's the coffee maker or something downstairs.
I hope not.
Do you want to tell them what you're working on?
Can I take this outside?
Yeah. I won't film it either.
Okay.
Oh my word! I'm so sorry about the sound. I don't even know how much of this conversation you'll hear because I'll probably have to cut 90% of it because that incessant beeping alarm sound is continuing to go off downstairs. I'll tell you what snacks I got while Nicole's finishing her bite. Unreal candy that is made with natural ingredients, nothing bad in it. It's dark chocolate with crispy quinoa at the center and it's so good. And then I got peach mango body armor. This is so delicious. It's no sugar added. Yum. It's just the pick-me-up I needed at the end of the day.
I'm halfway through.
It's a fantasy.
Yes, with dragons.
You know,
and
funnily
other
enough,
creatures.
it has a lot of the same elements as mine, but just totally different stories.
I feel like that's fantasy for you.
Yeah, I
Maybe,
mean,
like the mythical creatures, they all have like a little bit of something that's
similar.
yeah.
Similar in the way Lord of the Rings and Chronicles of Narnia are similar.
Yeah,
But
and
totally
Aragon.
different.
But yeah, I'm halfway done and I'm starting over. I have a little notebook and I am writing all my notes down, trying to remember who all my characters are, all my locations and everything, my world, my myths, my lore, all of it.
Let me just explain this to you if you're not a writer and you don't know. It is really hard to carry around an entire world in your head and keep track of everything.
And then have a life on top of it.
And have a life on top of it.
The book once in a while.
Yeah.
Then you forget everything. And I'm tired of forgetting everything. And I just need to written down because it's getting on my nerves. And I'm tired of going back and it's like, wait, who did this? Who said that? What's this person's kid? I have 5 little dragonlings. And I have to remember all of their different characteristics and personality traits. And some were annoying, some were cutesy, some were controlling, some were in charge. So we're like, what's going on? So,
Like you. What's going on?
me.
I've been living with my book since I was 19 when it was first, the beginning crumbs of it were formed. 14 years I've had this story in my head, so I'm a little different in that I know all of my characters. I know everything about them intimately. A year, yeah, a year is a good start. It's not 14, but.
You know what? I was working on another story for the last 14 years, and I've written it like 12 times.
And you gave up?
No, I'm on a pause.
That immediately, no.
That book will happen. It's Arthurian legend. I will make a story about it. It hasn't come to me yet.
That's the other thing, is that we're both pantsers, so that means we don't plot most things. We just let it come as it happens.
Argue with our characters.
And then argue with our characters. The little plot I do plan, my characters end up disagreeing with anyway.
And names.
Oh yeah, yours was supposed to be Jonah.
Yeah, my main character, his name is Jonas. I wanted him to be named Jonah because I like that name and I thought it would fit him. Well, every time I went to write Jonah, it came out Jonas. No, Jonah, Jonas, not Jonas. Ah, so it was getting on my nerves, so I gave in and it's like, fine, you can have your say in the matter. You're Jonas from now on. And it's not been a problem.
You can tell when you've written a fully formed character when they start having opinions and talking back to you.
That was day one.
We sound insane.
We are.
There's a level of insanity I think that comes with being an author.
I mean, you have a world in your head that's made up.
You have to figure out at least 100 personalities if you're writing a really good thought out story. You have to create those personalities, you have to keep track of those personalities, you have to know their likes and their dislikes and their tendencies and their skill set and their thought process and how they would react to something and what they would say in a certain situation.
Friends, enemies, romances, all that stuff.
Yep.
And what happens if your friend becomes your enemy or vice versa, and it's like, wait, what?
Or if they decide they don't love the love interest you set out for them and they have a different
That's
opinion.
what you're dealing with right now.
One of my characters, I had a love interest all set up. I had planned it pretty much from the beginning. This was a sure thing. And just a few months ago, a very nice character that I loved decided to vocalize her opinion. She wants to be a secondary love interest. So now I've had to think about how to combine the two and make it work somehow. And I still don't know which of them he's gonna end up with.
Don't decide.
I still don't know.
You don't get to choose this. He will tell you who he ends up with as you go to write the words. Chooses. Ooh.
So we've got our snacks, we've got our gear. We are ready to write.
And focus. And not talk for 3 hours.
Who are you kidding?
Me.
We're gonna get to work, see how much we can get done. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions about what it's like to be a writer, an unpublished wannabe author. What?
You just stopped recording.
Now?
I did not know you got all that.
I probably won't use it.
I'm so tired.
I thought you saw me put it there.
I saw you put it there, but I thought it was off.
Never assume it's off.
Never.
I've been wanting to start a new series on my channel. It's kind of like a podcast, sit-down style video. I want to call it Chats with Cass, but I felt like if I said Coffee with Cass, it would discriminate against all the tea drinkers out there, so I didn't want to be rude. It would discriminate against you either way.
You could say hot chocolate drinkers. Who care about tea drinkers? You ran the hot chocolate thing.
That's right.
How I follow
If you guys don't know, Nicole is a hot chocolate lover. She does not like coffee or tea.
Ugh.
We have many arguments about it. Anyway, that was not the point. It just kind of opens up the door to have chattier segments that don't bog down my vlogs. I'd love to have you on for a Chats with Cass so that we could chat about all things books and writing. Not necessarily about books we read, but just about the writing process and what it's like to be an unpublished author. And
I have a writing process.
I don't know. Leave your questions in the comments and let us know if you have any questions and if you'd like us to do a Chats with Cass episode about writing and books.